It's another busy meeting of the Hunter Deafblind Project in Newcastle.
I wouldn't be able to hold it.
Today, participants with hearing and vision loss are at a workshop about fire safety. For those who are deaf and blind, communication is all in the hands. Interpreters sign messages which participants feel with their own hands before they send something back. Most of these firefighters haven't met anyone who is deaf-blind, so learning is a two-way street.
This is the breathing mask.
Melissa Henderson began losing her hearing in her 20s and vision in her 30s. She admits she was scared.
When I came to this group, I've never met somebody who was blind before, or completely deaf. So it helped me to overcome the fear of going blind and become a lot stronger.
The telephone for alerts.
The group was founded 10 years ago by Jex Truran Lakayev, who is profoundly deaf and blind. It began as a means for a very isolated community to socialise, but quickly became much more important.
So things like COVID, deaf people were able to access regular updates about that by watching the news. For those who used interpreters, they could see interpreters on screen. For those of us who are deafblind, neither of those things are accessible. And so we went without all of that information, critical information.
So thank you very, very much.
The federal government hopes more of this kind of community support could help cover gaps in and reduce spending on the NDIS, which now costs close to $50 billion annually. Foundational supports have been touted as the building blocks of a new disability ecosystem. They'll be services that people can access outside the NDIS and run by the states and territories in places like schools and health services. They'll start out as programs building social connections and linking people with other services. But what it all means in the real world is still unclear, with some advocates worried these foundations could crumble before they're properly built.
The idea that foundational supports are a good idea, I think that's broadly accepted, but I'd just caution everybody to say we don't know what they look like yet.
Nicole Rogerson is the CEO of Autism Awareness Australia. She expects autistic people, particularly kids, will rely on foundational supports in the future.
You can't get this wrong. This is once in a generation change. Whilst it is important that we get this system of foundational support standing upright, there has to be some scientific rigour, there has to be some evidence behind these programs. Don't just dole out the money. Let's get this right, work out what good looks like, and then go and determine how we're going to deliver it.
Negotiations between the Commonwealth and the states over the funding of foundational supports have stalled. That's left the disability community and places like these, where foundational supports will operate, in limbo and waiting for clarity. Federal Minister Mark Butler has told the ABC the government is working towards finalising a deal as soon as possible.
Back in Newcastle, funding for the Hunter Deafblind Project has been renewed for another 12 months.
I hope this group runs forever and ever into perpetuity, because the longer it stays, the more professional we can become, the more education we can give to mainstream society, and who knows what will happen once we've done that.